Hello students, welcome to the second lecture on the lecture series on fundamental arithmetic operations and BODMAS rule. Okay, so previously we have covered the basic concepts involved in basic arithmetic operations, and we also discussed the BODMAS rule. Okay, how the four rules govern the arithmetic operations and give us the manipulations we need to do sequentially. Okay, it gives us a order for which we can solve a arithmetic problem involving multiple arithmetic operations at once. Okay. So in this lecture, what we will be covering is, we will be covering some basic problems on fundamental arithmetic operations and BODMAS rule. Okay. So let's jump into the problems. Okay. So let's calculate 15 plus 7 into 3. Okay. So let's remember the BODMAS rule first. That is BODMAS bracket order, that is exponent or power. Okay, so D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, okay, and S for subtraction. Okay, so we search for brackets first and we got the brackets, then we simplified further, that is 15 plus 7 into 3, right? Then we see for exponent or power, but there are none. So we go further and see for divisions, and there is no division symbol involved here. Okay, so we go next. We search for multiplication symbol, and there is 1. So we multiply these two numbers first. So 15 plus 7 into 3, that is 21. So then what we do is we go for addition, and there is 1 luckily. So it is equal to 36, and there is no subtraction involved. So this will be the final answer. Okay, multiplication first, then we added and got the result 36. Okay, so what we need to do is do problem number 2, that is simplify bracket 4 square minus 3 into 2 plus 12. Okay, 4 square minus 3 into 5 plus 12. So what we need to do is see for brackets, there is 1, so we simplify it further, that is 4 square minus 3 into 5 plus 12. And then what we do next is we try to see for exponents. Is there are exponents, so it becomes 16 minus 3 into 5 plus 12. So next what we do is we try to see for multiplication. Are there any multiplication symbol involved? Yes, it's 16 minus 15 plus 12. Then we see for additions. Okay, and we add them together. That is 16 plus 16 plus 12. So this will be equal to 28. Then minus 15. Okay, then we see for subtraction symbol. So are there any subtraction symbol involved? Yes. So we then subtract it, and what we are left with is 13. This is the final answer using BODMAS rule. Okay, the four rules: bracket, then see for exponent, and then see for multiplication and division, and do division first, then multiplication, and then the fourth rule told us that add the positive terms first, then subtract the negative terms. Okay, then do the subtraction. So let's go to the next question. Okay, so the next question is simplify if a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 3, calculate a square plus b square by a into b. Okay, so what we have is a square plus b square. So 5 square plus 3 square whole by 5 into 3. So this is what we are left with. So 5 square plus 3 square division 5 into 3. Okay, so using BODMAS rule. Okay, so you have BODMAS rule. See for brackets and simplify them first. Okay, so 5 square plus 3 square. So 5 square plus 3 square. Okay, we see for brackets first and then we solve them. So this is divided by what? 5 into 3 is equal to 15. Okay, so what we do next is we evaluate the exponents. That is, this becomes 25 plus 9 divided by 15. Okay, So evaluate this first, since there was a bracket. So this will be equal to 34, then that is divided by 15. So it will be this 34 and then this is 15. So answer will be 34 by 15. Let's jump into the next question, that is question number 4. So if Leela has 12 apples and she gives 4 apples to her friend, okay, how many apples does Leela have left? So Leela have 12 apples and she gave 4 apples to her friend. So she had 12 apples and she gave 4 apples to her friend. 4 apples. Okay. So how many apples does Leela have left? That is 8 apples. Okay, 8 apples will be the final answer. We subtract total apples minus apples given, so it will be equal to 8. Okay. The problem number 5 asks us that if a train actually travels at a speed of 60 km per hour, how far will it travel in 3 hours? Okay. So in the first hour, it will travel 60 kilometers. In the second part or in the second hour, it will travel another 60 kilometers. In the third hour, it will again complete 60 kilometers. So in total, in all these 3 hours, what it will complete is 180 kilometers. That's 60 into 3 is equal to 180. Okay, 180 will be the final answer. So using the formula, distance is equal to speed by time. Yes, we can also use this formula as I have reminded before. Speed is equal to distance by time. Okay, so speed was 60 km per hour and distance was unknown, right? So let it be x and time was 3 hours. So this implies that 3 into 60 is equal to 180 is equal to x. So x is equal to 180 kilometers. So in a class, the ratio of boys to girls is 3:5. If there are 275 girls, how many boys are there? So let's see. Set up the ratio equation, that is boys is to girls. 3:5 or 3 by 5. Okay. Let's boys be 3x and girls be 5x. Okay. So then 5x is equal to 275 as 3x plus 2x is equal to 275. The total population of the class is 275. This is the total population. Okay. So if 5x is equal to 275, what we are left with is, this implies that x is equal to what? 5x by 5 is equal to 275 by 5. So this is luckily equal to 55. There are no decimal or decimal points involved. Okay. So the number of boys will be 3x, that is 55 into 3, that is 165. 55 into 165. Okay. So the number of girls is equal to what? 55 into 5, that is equal to 275. Okay. No, it is equal to 2x, right? 3:5. Okay, no. 275 girls. So the number of boys is equal to 55. Sorry, the number of girls is equal to 55 into 5, that is equal to 275. Okay. So let's see problem number 7. So what it asks us is, it asks us to evaluate 3 plus 4 multiplied by 2 minus 5. So using the BODMAS rule, C for bracket first, simplify them first. So 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 multiplied by 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 3. Okay. So using the BODMAS rule, what you did was you simplified the brackets first. Okay. So 3 plus 4 and 2 minus 5. We simplified this and it became what? 7 and minus 3. So then what we search for is exponents. Are there any exponents? No, right? So then we move forward and see for divisions. Are there any division symbol involved? No. So that's why we move further and do multiplication. So it will be equal to minus 21. So this will be the answer, final answer. Okay. So here brackets first. Okay. Then we multiply. That is minus 21 is the final answer. So problem number 8. It asks us to evaluate 8 minus 2 into 3 square plus 5. Okay. So what do we do first? We evaluate the bracket first using the BODMAS rule, right? BODMAS. Bracket first. So 8 minus 2 into 3 square plus 5. Then exponent, yeah, we have there. So 8 minus 2 into 9 plus 5. Then we see for multiplication. So 8 minus 18 plus 5. Then what we search for is, we search for addition. That is this, plus 8 minus 18 plus 5. So this will be equal to 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. Okay. Then minus 18. So now what we are left with is subtraction. So this will be equal to minus 5 is the final answer. Okay. So let's see problem number 9. So evaluate 12 plus 15 by 3 multiplied by 4 minus 2 square by 5. Okay. So it asks us to evaluate this term. So using the BODMAS rule, what we search for first, brackets, and then we simplify them first. Okay. So simplifying these brackets, what will be left with us is 36. 3. So 36 plus, this is 15, then multiplied by 4. So 4 minus 4 by 5 or 2 square, let's say for this time. Okay. So then we search for exponents and simplify them. So this will become 36 plus 15 is equal to, actually equal to 51 by 3 multiplied by 4 minus 4 by 5. Okay. So this is nothing but 51 by 3. Then we search for multiplication and do the multiplication. Simplifying this, okay, what we are left with is 0 by 5. So this will be equal to 0. 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So divide 15 by 3, that is 5. Okay. So what we are left with here is this 0. Okay. So 0 is the answer. So let's see problem number 10. So what we are asked to do is simplify 2 by 3 plus 1 by 4. Okay. So 2 by 3 plus 1 by 4. So what we need to do first is write down the rule first. BODMAS. C for brackets, simplify them first. Then C for exponents, simplify them. And so doing so, what we will be left with is 2 by 3 plus 1 by 4. So 2 by 3 plus 1 by 4. What we do is we evaluate LCM of 3, 4. That is nothing but, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on. And 4, 8, 12, 16, so on. And lowest common multiple is 12. So this is equal to 12. Then we convert these fractions to denominators with 12. So 3 into 4, so 2 into 4, 2 into 4 plus 1 into 3. So this is equal to 8 plus 3 by 12. This is equal to 11 by 12. So this is the final answer. Okay. So problem number 11. So simplify 0.75 into 5 by 3. So 0.75 into 5 by 3 is equal to 3 by 4 into 5 by 2. That is 2.5. Okay. So what we need to do first is we need to simplify the brackets first. Then what we need to do is we need to evaluate the divisions first. Okay. Because there are no exponents. Then what we do is we multiply. Okay. So this will be 0.75 into 2.5. So that is nothing but equal to 3 by 4 into 5 by 2. So this is equal to nothing but 15 by 8. So 15 by 8 will be the final answer. Okay. So 15 by 8 is the final answer. So let's evaluate simplifying its fraction if possible. Okay. So the problem number 12 asks us to calculate the area of the garden in square kilometer if the rectangular garden is 3 by 4 kilometer long and 1 by 2 kilometer wide. So you have a rectangular garden. Okay, let's draw a garden. The garden is rectangular. Okay, and it is what, 3 by 4 km length, and what is its width is equal to 1 by 2 kilometer. Okay, so the width is 1 by 2 kilometer and the length is 3 by 4 kilometer. So what is the area? We all know that the area of a rectangle A is equal to length multiplied by width. So this is equal to 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. That is nothing but 3 by 8. So this will be the answer. 3 by 8 is the answer. Okay. So solution 1, area is equal to 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. That is equal to multiplying the fractions. What we are left with is 3 by 8 square kilometer. Okay. Since we are dealing with area here and we multiplied kilometer with kilometer, that's why we are left with square kilometer, or we can also write this as kilometer square. Okay. This is also appropriate. So let's solve problem number 13. So the given problem asks us to evaluate 0.2 multiplied by 3 by 5 inside a bracket. So what we see is, we first remember the BODMAS rule. BODMAS. See for brackets, are there any? Yes. So we evaluate it first 0.2 into 3 by 5. Okay. So I can also write this as 2 by 10 into 3 by 5. So this is nothing but 6 by what? 10 into 550. 6 by 50 is the answer. What we did first was, we first saw if there are any brackets, we simplified it. Are there any exponents? No. So we went further and first saw the divisions, and then what we did was multiply. Then we added or subtracted. Okay. So it ended at multiplication, and what we are left with is 6 by 50. This is the final answer. Okay. We can also solve the following problem in decimal form. Okay. 0.2 into 0.6, that is equal to 0.12. This is also same. Since what we are left with was 5 by 50, right? So if we multiply by 2 and multiply by 2, what we are left with is 12 by 100. That is nothing but 0.12. So only the methods changed. Okay. But the answer remains same, because both the methods represent the same logical equivalence. So let's see problem number 14. So what it asks us to do is multiply 1.25 into 0.4. Okay. So what we are given is 1.25 and we need to multiply it 0.4. So we need to simplify the brackets first. So we simplified it first. And then what we are left with is 125 by 100 into 4 by 10. Okay. Then we see for exponents. Are there any? No. Then what we go for is, go for divisions. Are there any? Yes. And then what we go for is, we go for multiplications. So this will be equal to 125 multiplied by 4, right? So this will be 500. So this will be 1000 equal to 0.5 is the answer. Okay. So 0.5 is the answer. We can also solve it by using the multiplication in decimal form. Okay. We use the multiplication in fractional form, but here it is done by decimal form. This is the final answer. So problem number 15. So what it asks us is, let's multiply 0.333 into 0.25. So 0.333 multiplied by 0.25. What is it equal to? So 33. First, what we need to do is remove the brackets. So 0.333 multiplied by 0.25. So what it is equal to is 333 by 1000 in fractional form and 25 by 100 in fractional form. What we do next is we multiply this. So 333 multiplied by 25 whole by 10 power 4. Okay. So this is the answer. 0.08325. This is the final answer. So problem number 16. If the original price of a book is 200 and it is on sale for 20% off, what is the sale price? Okay. Original price of the book is 200 rupees and it is on sale for 20% off. So 20% in decimal is 0.2. So 0.2 of 200. So 0.2 into 200. So this is equal to 2 by 10 into 200. So that is 00 here and 40. So 40 rupees discount was there. So the final price is equal to book price minus discount. That is equal to 200 minus 40 is equal to 160. So 160 must have been the answer. So 160 is the answer. Original price minus discount is equal to sale price 240. 20% of 200 is equal to 0.20 into 200, that is 40. Okay. So we have the final answer. So problem number 17. It asks us that a smartphone is initially priced at 10,000 rupees. So after a 15% increase in price, so what you have is a smartphone. Okay, its initial price is 10,000 rupees, and what you saw is a 15% increase in price. So what is the new price? Okay, so original price or initial price 10,000. Okay, so 15% increase. So 15% of 10,000 is equal to 0.15 into 10,000. So this is nothing but 1500. Okay, so this is the price increase. So initial price was 10,000, increase in price was 1500. So the new price is equal to 10,000 plus 1500. So this is nothing but 11,500 rupees. So the new price of the smartphone will be 11,500 rupees. So calculate the increase in price. So increase is equal to 15% of A. So this is equal to 0.15 into 10,000, that is 1500. We also evaluated the same. Okay, and we got the same answer. So in step number 2, what we did was we calculated the new price. What is the new price? New price is equal to original price plus increase in price. Original price or initial price was 10,000 and the increase in price was 1500. So the net or new price is 11,500. Okay. So a shirt is sold for 9,22,500 at 25% loss. Okay. So the cost of the shirt is 9,22,500 at 25% loss. So what was the cost of the shirt? Okay. So if 25, so selling price is equal to what? Selling price is equal to original price minus discount. So discount, original price is unknown. So let it be X minus discount is equal to 25. So 0.25 into X. This is equal to what? 922,500. So this implies that X is equal to 922,500 by 1 minus 0.25. So this is equal to 922,500 by 0.75. Okay, so this is nothing but what? 922,500 into 10 by 75. So this will be actually equal to this. Okay, this will be equal to this. Cost price is equal to this by this. Okay, so let's see the problem number 19. A shopkeeper bought a pen for 20 rupees and sold it for 30 rupees. So find the profit percentage. So what we want to know is, so the profit percentage, let's see. So profit percentage is equal to, we know a formula, that is, let's see first what is the profit. So selling price minus cost price, that is 30 minus 20 is equal to 10. Okay, so in step number 2, what we do is we calculate profit percentage. It is actually equal to profit by cost price into 100. So the profit was 10, cost price is 20 by 100 into 100 is equal to 10 into 100 is equal to 1000 by 20 is equal to 50. So 50% is the final answer. Okay, so in this lecture what we covered was a variety of questions that are being asked. Okay, so we have done questions on profit percentage, okay, on original price of a shirt. Okay, we have also solved mostly problems on percentages, and we also solved problems involving BODMAS and the decimals. Okay, and involving different arithmetic operations. Okay, so we multiplied, we divided. Okay, we solved also mixed numbers and fractions. Okay, we solved the word problems also. Okay, so these kind of problems are very important for the exam perspective. Okay, so this is all for this lecture. Thank you.